Right guys, if you want to learn how to catch big old F1s like this on the Overshotting rig, just stay tuned. Good catch on that. I couldn't do that again. Right, I'll get back out there now. Would you run through rigs first or do it after?
I'd catch one and then go catch one after.
Right guys, so I'll put this back, then I'll run you through my rigs. Right guys, and now I'll run you through my rigs and my setup. So elastic wise, a 6 to 10 holler, somewhat nice and stretchy because these big F1s and also the bonus carpet here. Rig wise, is a 0.1, what takes 4 number 10s to overshot. So there's 2 bulks of number 10s, so I've got a bulk just above the hook length and a bulk 6-inch above that one just to keep more tight line. So if you've got the bulk, because it's a deeper rig, if you've got the bulk above your hook length, then there's like less slack line. There's slack line up here, so that just eliminates the slack lineness. Hook length is a 4-inch hook length to 013 to a super LWG, and main line is 017. You want something that's durable but not too stiff where it don't allow your rig to flutter as you want it to do. So that's my deepest rig, is 25-inch. Going down to my 20-inch. So you always want your rigs to go down or go up in like more of a column. So if you don't want it going like say 10-inch, then 12-inch, then like 15-inch, you always want like a big gap because of different water levels and different columns in the water. So again, 6 to 10, same rig, just 0.1. This time, it's not as long, it's only 20-inch. I have the bulk above my hook length, exactly the same hook length, exactly the same hook, same main line, it's all it is, just 20-inch. Then going down to 15, same everything again, and I'll have my bulk sat above my hook length. Then I always like to have it like a really shallow one, so like 12-inch. So like when you're say like you're at Lindholme today on if you're on bonsai, you do catch really shallow on there, so you want a really shallow one set up like 12-inch. It's just exactly the same as the rest of them, but set 12-inch. And if they're coming shallower than 12-inch, I'll just have a fixed rig set up, what's set up about 8-inch with like no lash. So it's literally the same as fixed overshotted rig, you're just not lifting it up and down. You just slap once and then you're into them straight away. So I get back to fishing, explain everything, then I come back to you. Right guys, and another thing, always remember to feed before you go in, or when you've caught one, make sure to feed, so it keeps the fish there and interested. And there's a lot of times if fish don't want to be in a certain place and you don't feed for that little bit, it can affect your fishing. So I just started on my 20-inch overshot rig. Always like to flick it over once just to get everything nice and tight. Just wait a few seconds for it to set. Then all you're doing is just flicking. Look at that, straight into one. So they are massive F1s in here, like averaging from 2 to 4 pounds. So just got to take your time with them because they are big fish and you can't afford to lose these in the matches. And like I said as well, there's also them bonus carp, so you never know what you've got until you get it to top kick because of how big the F1s are and how big the carp are. Just keep your kit nice and low, keep stripping that elastic. Yeah, this one's a big F1. No one, I mean no one likes to see that. It's studded me. It's broke me, folks. That's what I mean, folks. How big the F1s they are in here. You can't mess around with like stupidly like gear. You've got to beef it up a bit. Right guys, do the exact same thing. Make sure you feed before you go out. That's a little tip for you guys. Always check your sections as well. Because the amount of times I've seen someone's sections floating across the pond because they haven't been checking them during a match and they do get carried away. Even I do now and then. Get too carried away with fishing. So that's one thing. Always check your sections. Same thing again. All I've done is just flicked it over once. Let everything tighten. And just flick. And all you're doing, if the cameraman can get in on it, all you're doing is just pushing down your elbow like with one. Like all you're doing is just doing like this, like all the motion is just like pushing down with your elbow. Because a lot of people flick with a like lift the leg up to flick the pole. You can do that as well, but also you can't control like the rate of your rig, like how fast it goes back down. So it's literally you're flicking and you're just hitting water straight again. With your elbow you can control a lot more. Tell you what folks, I don't half pull in here. Okay, that proper F1s though, everything's normally about £3 in here. So you don't need many of them to pick up a good weight. You can see why the fishing is so good in here, just because of the stamp of the F1s. Not many venues you can go nowadays with F1s that big. So just repeat, same again. Just feed before you go out. Just flick it over once. Just get a few seconds for everything to straighten up. Then you just get back to your flicking. And all we're doing is using fishery 4mm today, but the rigs and everything stay the same. It's like even if I'm using casters, maggots, all my rigs stay the same with all the bait I'm using, so there's no point changing anything if you're using like pellets and anything. You see, all you're doing is just flicking so the pole tip's just coming out of the water. You don't want to be flicking it where you see a rig come out of the water, because that's when you know you're doing it wrong. So all it is, just nice small flicks like that, and you know if you're doing it right because there'll be like a water come up with your pole tip. So if you flick like this, look how high that water goes. So if you know you've done a good flick, folks, it's like the water never goes above your pole tip. So you always want to flick up, never down. There's a few people what I've seen where they do it completely wrong and they push the pole down, they flick the pole down and push it down in the water. That's not doing anything. You're not flicking your hook lengths. Your hook lengths are not fluttering or nothing. That's just completely wrong. So all you want to do is make sure you're flicking upwards so your hook length comes up and it flutters back down. So you're just mimicking your bait going in. It's a big F1, folks, just take your time. Big F1. Not very happy that we've hooked it though, folks. And make sure you repeat the same thing. You never want to forget to feed before you go out. It just keeps the fish interested. And you might be wondering, folks, why am I using such a small net? Well, for me, F1 fishing, I love to use like an 18-inch net, something what's nice and shallow, so you're not using a big net where your elbows are going past the rim just to pick the fish up. It's all quick fishing. When you get it right here, it's all quick fishing, so you want to be as quick as you can. So just by using a small net, you can get them fish under control much easier. Just keep that rig moving, flicking it up and down. So today, folks, it's not been like one of them days where you have to chase the fish, so you're not going chasing the fish through your overshotted rig depths. Today we just caught really well on the 20-inch one. There might be some days where you might catch a few on your 20 and you'll have to change, find where they've gone again. So it's just figuring out what's the best rig on the day. And when you get it right, folks, there's nothing better. I can see there, just like I was saying, folks, we've not had one, so it's come back. You don't want to sit there, keep flicking. You want to try and catch them as quick as you can, so they might just move down in the depths. So I switch to my 25-inch overshotted rig, just to see if they've gone down. Even though we've not caught one, folks, while you're here, just keep that feed going in. Just flick it over once, get a few seconds to everything tighten up. I see, folks, what we're saying is right. They have dropped down in depth just a bit. So that's why it's good to have multiple overshotting rigs set up and not just one, so you can find where they are. Proper off on that, folks. Right, and that's a wrap, folks. So I hope you learned a few things, picked a few things up on way, and hopefully it can improve your fishing. Thank you for watching.